Good morning, golfers. General Manager Ron Parrish here with Superintendent Aaron Stites, and we are on hole number 15. We're on the green, and we've started our green renovation project here. And we're going to get some insight from Aaron. Aaron, what's the plan and what's the vision here on the green?
So, obviously, we just started removing the sod. This will take a few days to get all this sod up. But so where we're standing now, we have this flatter area here that's been collared. I'm going to extend the green back a little bit. I kind of, poking around on this turf, I kind of believe the green actually at one time did come back here. And then the collar will just be on the other side of me.
Okay. Excellent. And then go ahead.
So this green by and large was an okay design, so we don't have to make huge changes. I do want to, like I just said, I want to utilize some area to kind of extend the green in the back. It just gives us more pin placements.
Excellent.
Over on the right side,
Okay.
the left side if you're coming up the fairway, one thing that's kind of bugged me is the collar area is just all on a slope, and so I'm gonna change that up a little bit. The collar will be flat. Where we begin on the slope, it'll be the rough.
Okay.
As we work our way,
So we'll have a little more true collar on the left side of the green, whereas before it was just kind of a shelf off. So
yeah, I think it's important to try to have a flatter collar space. You know, it gives you more playability back onto the green, opposed to getting on the short stuff and then you just run down a hill.
Okay.
And come out of the Kikuyu.
I think that's a more fair design.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're going for with all these redesigns. And with that being said, we'll be sod cutting all this, and we'll be replacing not all the Kikuyu, but at least 16 feet down of the Kikuyu will come out. So there'll be some truer chips coming back up. I know the Kikuyu can be a bit of a bear.
Now let's talk about the front of the green. We've had a lot of, there's a lot of fluctuation and inconsistency, and I know you got a vision for that. So tell us about what you got planned there.
So we got a few things going on here. Obviously this is not only poor turf, but you know, it's a sloughed area that doesn't really allow for much of anything. So this would be obviously leveled off, but in doing that, I've never loved this hump here that you come out of the trap on the wrong side of the hump, you're either down in this swell, or you come out on the other side, and this is all kind of a catch-all that I'm not a huge fan of.
It's kind of squirrely, isn't it?
Yeah, and with these kind of weird undulations, it's kind of hard to keep a consistent turf because of how it's watered. A lot of the water irrigation just kind of runs off.
Okay.
Or sits in a swell. And so you're going to see a pretty large change in the front here. The other thing, it just isn't necessary anymore. All these greens on the front, because they don't have drainage down below, they all have a slope off. Most of them ran off in the front. It was so that the water would move off. But we don't need that now because there's the drainage system that's going to be underneath. So this will come up some. I have a stake set here. I have several stakes, and I won't get into all the business of heights and stuff. But anyways, this area is going to come up 9 inches is the number that I kind of came up with. And it's going to be more gradual coming down.
Okay.
So this bunker will take on a new life. That'll be more of a surprise than I want.
Okay.
Because I don't know if I'm 100% positive of what it's going to be. So it might be a surprise to me too. But, but what the changes that I do make with it, what I'm going to do is it's going to be a more consistent roll in. Because all these changes, I have to tie it in somewhere with existing. This gives me a great area to tie something in.
Yep. There's some opportunity for improvement with this bunker area and this whole front of the green, so I'm excited about that. And it's looking really good. We're actually starting this a little bit ahead of schedule. Having that, let's back up that one thing. This is an old push-up green, right? So let's recap again. We've talked about it before, but what's the USGA standard that we're going to have here?
So a push-up green, what that basically means is they took dirt and they did, in essence, what it says. They pushed it up. And so a lot of push-up greens will sit on a knoll like this, a little bit of a plateau with slope in the front, and that's the drainage. Now, a lot of the dirt that they used in this push-up really isn't horrible. In the whole scheme of dirt, it's not that bad.
Okay.
But it's hit its life expectancy. And so they had the forethought, in a push-up, decent sand, you get some drainage and slope on a runoff. A USGA green is at least a 16-inch build down.
Okay.
18 to 16. When we get down to that subfloor, we'll punch in our drains. They're basically a herringbone drain that every 15 feet on center, a branch comes off, or
Okay.
a bone, like if you think of a herringbone. And then we'll do 4 inches of gravel on top of that, and then the root zone mix, which is Dakota 9010 USGA grade. That's one thing I get asked about with the 9010. All the sand, the USGA actually approves it, and so the sand quarry that we get it from, they have to send a sample of every mix to the USGA, and they sign off on it.
Excellent.
And so that's really, in essence, what makes it a true USGA green. And also following all the specs.
And you and I get pretty excited about that because we know what that means to the putting surface and the turf and having the...
And the longevity, it's really, they'll last a long time. And that's the plan.
Excellent. Well, great job, Aaron. It's exciting. I know now that we've got several of the greens open with the new Pure Distinction bent grass, the golfers are enjoying that and starting to touch and feel the product and know what's coming. And so it's a very exciting time, and a great job to you and your team, and great to see this happening. We'll probably, what do you think timeline wise? We'll have this, how long will it take till we sod it?
I see a month. Now, a month, that's a working month. We're going to hit weeks that we're probably not going to be able to achieve much because of Mother Nature. Next week looks like one of those.
Yep.
But I see really 4 full weeks.
Okay.
Of work.
Well, wonderful. All right. Well, great job to you and crew, and we'll keep all these Lone Tree Golfers posted. Thank you, Lone Tree Golfers, for your support. We just want to keep you informed.